Hi, I'm V.
And I'm T.
And this is VT Reviews. So we just went and saw Star Trek
Into Darkness.
and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. Now, we don't want to get too spoilery because I think we got this one pretty early.
So we're not going to spoil. We're just going to say that the bad guy, who I think from the trailer you can work out it's Sherlock Holmes.
Yes.
He blows up a Starship/Enterprise, whatever company they work for, their building, and kills a whole bunch of people, kills someone quite close to Kirk, and so they're after him.
Yeah, this one had really good 3D. I think that was the whole point of this movie. Maybe that's why it took so long to do.
Because if you guys subscribe to us, you know we never see things in 3D, and we saw this one in 3D.
Yeah, I really wanted to see this one in 3D.
That's a pretty big deal. We've got our seal of approval in 3D.
Yeah. And it was good. I think it was worth it. They did at the start have things flying at the screen, which I hate. I hate 3D gimmicks. But I like them. I like them using 3D properly.
I like them because I like to be like, whoo, that came right at me.
Talked about 3D, but there was this scene at the end, and it's not a spoiler. It's just something that happens.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Anyway.
It happens in the movie
that you
haven't seen yet.
There's this anti-gravity part, and the Enterprise is like sitting around, and all the actors are like, I don't know how they did it. They must have just got the room and just moved it.
running on the walls.
And yet they're running along, and then they're running on the walls as the ship's spinning in space. It was so good. And then they're hanging off railings and shit. It was awesome.
Okay, when they were running, when they were running through the white hallway, and then suddenly they're on the wall.
Yeah.
And you were like, that's cool. In my mind, I was like, that'd be a really awesome Disneyland.
I see a lot of interest. Yeah, I really liked it. And it was really good use of 3D in that part. Not a stupid use where things were like flying at you like spears. Why do spears always fly at you? In the Wizard of Oz, they had spears flying at you.
Yeah, but so you can be like...
I don't want to do that. More about the bromance, really.
There is a lot of like sexy man time going on.
Yeah, and there's 4 men crying in it. I counted because there was a lot of crying of men in it.
I really wanted them all to kiss.
You did. Every time they would stop and have a poignant moment, you'd be like...
Because I just think... It was really nice.
The performances were pretty good. Again, it's all about the bromance. Like the first one was pretty much all about the bromance. Although that did have some, deeper into Spock and deeper into Kirk moments, whereas this one's sort of lacking.
I'm going to put my hand up and say I don't remember the first one because that came out like 5 years ago or something. So I don't really remember it. I probably should have watched it before we went to see it in case they did a continuation, but luckily they didn't. Because I couldn't remember who anyone was. Anytime someone ran onto the bridge, I was like, oh my god, who is that? And just waiting for someone to say a name. Like, for half the movie, I did not know who Chekhov was. I was like, who's that Russian guy? So I suck. Sorry, Anton Yelchin, I'm really sorry.
Now, what V did notice... was that, what's his name?
Chris Pine. Oh my god. He hasn't aged very well. Like, he is so old. I was really noticing it through this movie because when the first one came out, I was like, whew, Chris Pine, he's a bit of a looker. And I was like, yeah.
And now he's sort of resembling a young Ray Liotta.
He's going to age well, and I'm sort of disappointed. I feel like I put all my eggs in that basket in that movie, and now I'm like, well, now I have to have a crush on someone else.
Spock?
He has weird eyebrows.
I like Spock.
He doesn't have enough eyebrows, and Chris Pine had too many eyebrows. It was weirding me out. So Zachary Quinto is Spock.
Yes. I like him. I think he's the better part of the movie. I mean, Kirk's sort of the comic relief almost in the pair. So
yeah, like a tough guy.
Yeah. He's like the
heart, I guess.
And Spock's the straight man.
I think he does it really well though, the emotionless thing.
But still conveys
quite
a lot.
With his eyes and his sad puppy face.
Yeah. Benedict Cumberbatch, I love him. You would say that I was a cummer bitch. But I didn't like the performance at all.
You would say that she'd be like, oh, I'm coming, not going.
Yeah, I didn't like his performance. It was really over the top, and I just didn't like it.
I felt like he was doing that thing, like, when you watch Harry Potter, and, like, I know, like, I love Emma Watson, but she's not that great, like, acting-wise, because she talks, like, her mouth moves too much. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like, she's being too precise.
Yeah, like, over-exaggerates words too much, and he was doing that.
Yeah, he was doing that a lot.
Because I know
For emphasis, maybe. He's a good actor in Sherlock, so I don't know what happened.
I just found it a bit weird.
And he had this whole like posture thing going on. Yeah.
Because like you don't question it with Spock.
Yeah,
like,
but I feel you don't question it with Spock because it's more organic, whereas it seems forced coming from Benedict.
That's true.
Like, I really noticed it. I don't notice it with Spock.
Maybe.
And when they're in the scene where they're running, it's not really a spoiler because people run.
Because they're running.
Because people run in their lifetime. They both look the same when they're running.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
You see them profile and they're both running really stiff.
Did you notice Zachary Quinto ran like a weirdo?
Yeah, because I think he was,
trying to act. I'm
trying to act. Burn!
I just thought maybe.
Fucking burn.
I thought maybe he ran like a pointer.
Why do you hate Spock?
Okay, no, I don't love Spock.
Spock is my favourite.
Well, I don't hate Spock. But I really like Zachary Quinto. I think he's great. You might even call me a quintet. I don't know.
In the first movie, they established the love
with him and
Ahura. Yeah. And that continues in this movie. And it's nice because he has the love interest and Kirk, who is really...
having sex with everyone.
Yeah, but he doesn't really have a love interest. He's just sort of like kicking along.
Yeah, because Kirk's on the posters. Like, Spock's not on the posters.
Yeah. It almost feels like... In the first one, I felt it was more Spock's story. And in this one, I feel it again, that it's more Spock's story. In
a way. I mean...
Yeah, maybe it's because I like the character better. I feel more in it.
I mean, when you think about it, like, it's someone close to Kirk that dies. But I know Spock's there for the last minute, but I think it affects like Kirk's judgment more because he makes a lot of decisions based on that emotional tie that he's got. Yeah. Which Spock wouldn't do because Spock doesn't feel that sort of that's not how he works.
That's true. But in the movie, the emotional journey in this one was Spock, so he has the emotional journey about learning about near-death experiences, which is not really a spoiler. And in the first one, he was more learning about how to accept himself. I guess they were both learning that.
I don't remember because it's been 10 years. Back to the emotional journey thing was how Kirk and Spock flipped. So Kirk understood something about how Spock felt at one time, and then Spock was like, well, now I understand why you did what you did. Yeah. So I think that's really nice as well.
Aw, bromance.
I know, they should have kissed. And then they were like, just break through the glass and kiss. It was just such a key moment for some slash to happen. Yeah.
Spoiler alert. They did. Anyway.
Maybe into darkness meant darkness of the grave.
Everyone died. What a horrible movie that was.
Yeah, I suppose we sort of made a spoiler with fun romp because if everyone dies and we're calling it a fun romp, we're kind of horrible. We're assholes. So yeah, he gets on the deck and then like they're like, 5 years in space. And our mission is to observe and explore and discover blah, blah, blah.
Discover new worlds.
And then Kirk turns to Spock and goes, where should we go first? I don't know. I don't work in space. I don't work for Enterprise or Starship or whoever they work for. I don't work for NASA. But I just think if you're going to get sent into space on a mission to discover, you'd think that you'd be like, your first planet's going to be like,
or your first quadrant.
Yeah.
You are going over here to see if there's any planets.
You're going to go to Alpha Nexus 70.
70. Exactly. Not just fly your fucking ship around.
Yeah. See, that is when I would call old me and go, hey man, where did we go?
Number one, it's inefficient because if everyone doesn't have a plan, then all the spaceships are just going to be flying around, maybe covering the same space. And that's just not efficient. So at the end of 5 years, they've all tracked the same part of space, and they're like, "Oh, well, that was stupid. Maybe we should have a plan next time."
But are they all observing, or are some of them like waging a war?
Well, see, I didn't watch the original series. Like
because
I said,
she found it too dry.
I find it very dry. I do. But I thought they had more of a purpose than just checking out space. I thought they were actually doing stuff.
I'm pretty sure they.
Who finances this?
Starship. Enterprise.
Peacekeepers or something.
It's Enterprise, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then why is only one ship called maybe there's only one ship.
There's heaps of ships.
How do you know?
Because Spock got transferred.
Oh yeah.
Spoiler. It's okay, it only lasts for like 5 seconds. Spoiler.
You're the worst. We said we weren't going to spoil it here. You might as well be left, right, and centre.
Look, it doesn't really matter.
Can I drop another spoiler?
Okay.
Captain Picard is not there. I don't know who he is.
It's really entertaining. It's very entertaining throughout the whole way.
Mhm.
Some of it's a little bit predictable.
Yeah.
And like we've figured out the ending.
Yeah.
We've
But
figured
I
that out.
enjoyed this one much more than I thought I was going to enjoy it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because I couldn't remember what happened in the first one.
Yeah, okay. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like even though we were predicting some things, it was pretty much just like an actiony, fun romp.